Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? As for me, I'm blessed. I just returned from a trip to our state's capital. I'm in Florida, and the capital of Florida is Tallahassee. Can't just presume that everybody knows that, because I certainly don't know the capital to all of our 56 states. Y'all see how I added 6 more states like Obama did? Anyways, I was there Sunday and Monday attending an awards ceremony for Florida Missing Children's Day. And it was such a beautiful and touching and heart-warming and heart-wrenching ceremony. Because I actually got to see the family of many of our missing people, especially the high-profile missing cases here in Florida. And my heart just went out to these people, thinking about, my own daughter who's 20, away in college, and how would I take my next breath if I were to receive news that she was missing. Just unimaginable, unfathomable. But one person who received an award, I just thought it was so amazing that there was this young lady by the name of Tracy Bridges from Homestead, Florida. And she, according to the person who was presenting the award, Miss Bridges saw a man trying to coerce a little girl into a car. And I believe when the little girl didn't voluntarily get into the car, I think this man got out of the car and actually pulled this little girl into the car. And Miss Bridges witnessed this, walked over to the car, asked the little girl if she knew this guy, and the little girl didn't know this guy, and she physically took the little girl from the guy's, I believe it was a van, from his van, and called the police. And I just thought that was amazing, especially since this Miss Bridges, she had to be all of 5 feet, 130 pounds maybe. And I just thought that was amazing, because so many of us don't want to get involved. And because Miss Bridges got involved, she possibly and more than likely saved this little girl's life and saved her parents and family from, like I say, unfathomable heartache. But the award ceremony was awesome. And at the end of the ceremony, I got a chance to actually meet and speak with Casey Anthony's parents. Kaylee Anthony is, of course, the little 4-year-old who was missing from the Orlando, Florida area. And I actually got to approach her grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. Anthony, and ask them if I could give them a hug. And they were very kind, very warm, very welcoming. And Mr. Anthony said, "Sure, I welcome all the hugs that we can get. You can never get too many hugs." And I really appreciated that, because of all that they're going through. When people approach them, I'm sure they don't know if they're being approached by someone in support of them, or they're being approached by someone who is angry at them, or are they being approached by hypocrites, or are they being approached by people who are sincerely concerned about them and praying for them. And they were very, very kind and welcoming, and I'm sure they were being pulled at every corner. But they took the time to actually allow me to hug them, and they hugged me back. I hugged both Mr. Anthony and Miss Anthony, and I told them that I was praying for them, which I have been, and I still am. Regardless of what we think or anyone else thinks of the situation, I cannot imagine what they and many other people, families of the missing, are going through. I cannot imagine, again, how you take your next breath, how you eat, how you lay your head down on your pillow, not knowing where your loved one is. The human spirit is unbelievably resilient. Anyways, Mr. and Mrs. Anthony and other families of the missing. There was Jennifer Kessie's family there, Tiffany Sessions' family there, Trenton Duckett's father and other family members were there. My heart and prayers go out to you, and like I said, the many others. There are many others. We know that a few of these cases become high-profile cases when there are many other missing that we've never even heard of. But my heart and prayers go out to them also. But Mr. and Mrs. Anthony, if you ever get a chance to see this, I want you to know that I appreciate that you allowed me to speak with you, to hug you, and to send my prayers out for you. Like the story I told about Miss Bridges, I encourage everybody to keep your eye out, keep your awareness alert, hone in on that intuition that says, something's just not right about this. And if you see a situation that you can possibly prevent especially a child, you can prevent a child from being kidnapped or even worse, then get involved. I know that's easier said than done. I don't know what I would have done if I were in Miss Bridges' shoes, but having heard that story and seen her get that award just really encouraged me that were I ever in that situation, to get involved and not be fearful, not to think of my own well-being, but to think of the well-being of that child. Anyways, my prayers go out, and I'm sure many of your prayers go out to our missing. Y'all be blessed, and keep our missing in your prayers, and especially their family.